Hello, welcome to my channel. In this tutorial, we want to provide an answer to this question under exponential equation. If you are new, consider subscribing to the channel, like and share. Solve for all possible finite values for x in the equation into bracket 2 exponent negative 4 minus x exponent negative 3 all raised to the power negative 2 equals to 256. So this is one. This side is already having a base and exponent. This is just a single number that can be broken into base and exponent if you want to. But it will be easier to solve this. Since this is an expression, it will be easier to solve if this power is just what? Positive. You know, when this is positive, you will say square the first, twice their product, square the last. We can use expansion of binomial to solve that. So right away, we will employ the principle of indices that says that if you have a exponent negative n, that simply means that 1 over a exponent what? N, making the power to become positive. So I will employ the same thing here, meaning I'll be having 1 over 2 exponent negative 4 x exponent minus 3 exponent 2 still equals to 256. So now the negative is gone, so I can easily expand this. But you know that in this bracket, these are also having powers of negative, meaning the same law will be applied, and it will be a double division because there will be division, a fraction here, then our numerator. So the best way is to clear this particular power. And we know the only way we can clear a power, if I have a raised to the power 2. This can be eliminated if I have what? The square root of a, and I think I'll have my a. If I square this, if I find the square root of this index, that is base and exponent, the square will cancel the square root. I'll be having this. So I can also eliminate my power by finding the square root of both sides. Don't forget, if I have 1 over a all square, it is the same as 1 over the square root of a, because the square root can be separated on numerator and denominator. So this will give us 1 over the square root of 2 exponent negative 4 negative 3 all square equals to the square root of what? 256. We can put a plus and minus. Since this is an equation, we can get two values out there. So I think the power and the root will cancel. So we left with 1 over 2 exponent minus 4 x exponent minus 3 equals to plus or minus what? 16. Because 16 times 16 gives us what? 256. So what do we do here? We know that this is having a denominator of 1. So we can cross multiply. If we do so, you'll be having 1 will multiply 1 equals to 2 exponent minus 4 minus 3 all multiplying plus or minus what? 16. If I multiply again, this will come here and it will move here. But it will still be a coefficient of all of them. So while it is still a coefficient, I divide through by that plus or minus 16 so that it will divide only the 1. So that will mean that I'll be having 2 minus 4 x minus 3 equals to plus or minus what? 1 over 16. Dividing through by this coefficient will lead you to this. What do? We now employ the principles we use by changing this to positive, affected on this to give us 1 over 2 exponent 4, 1 over 3 exponent x exponent 3 equals to plus or minus what? 1 over 16. So We can see this will also give us 16. But I'm seeing the x here. I'll add, how do you call it? 1 over x to the power 3 to both sides. Then I'll either subtract or add. If I want to subtract, it means I'm using the power positive. If I want to add, it means I'm using the power what? Negative. So anyhow I put it, it will be solved. So if I add this 1 over x to the power 3 to both sides, it will move here and this will come here. So 1 over 16 as in this, plus or minus 1 over 16 equals to 1 over x to the power 3. You'll be asking, why is the power still plus or minus? You know, when we add, we are adding negative to both sides. It means the plus will come here. If you subtract, you still have the same value. Just that the position will change. Minus and plus, which means the same thing. So what do we do now? We can find the value of 1 over 16 plus 1 over 16, or 1 over 16 minus 1 over 16. So let's take the first one as 1 over 16 minus 1 over 16 equals to 1 over x to the power 3. Where in this case we get what? 0. This is going to 1 over 16 minus 1 over 16 will be 0. Meaning 1 over x to the power 3 will be 0. If we invert both sides, don't forget there's a denominator of 1. If we invert, meaning changing the position of the 2, x to the power 3 will be equals to what? There's 1 here, it goes up to give us what? 0. So now taking the cube root of both sides will make this particular equation become undefined. You know, the 0 already here, meaning the whole thing is undefined before the cube root. But you're looking for all possible finite solutions. So we don't need x to be equals to undefined value. So we discard the first 16, 1 over 16 minus 1 over 16, and go for 1 over 16 plus 1 over 16, which must equals to 1 over x to the power 3. I think I'm going to use or this value or this value. And I believe for our addition, if we add here, since we have the same denominator, it means we only add the numerators. 1 plus 1 is 2 over 16 equals to 1 over x to the power 3. We can cross multiply as in this way, or we can also invert. Meaning 1 comes down, this go up, this go up, this come down. Going to become 16 over 2 x to the power 3 over 1. And this will give you what? 8. 16 over 2 is 8. So now we can easily bring 8 to the base of 2 to the power 3, so that the powers will be the same. So this will be 2 exponent 3 indices. If the base are the same, take the exponent. If the exponent are the same, equate the base. This means that your x is equals to what? 2. And if you slot back x equals to 2 into this, your left hand side will also equal to 256. You can try that and see if you get a value. So this equation, the possible finite value we can get for x will be 2. So when 2 goes there, you're going to have 1 over 16 minus 1 over 8. And that will still give you 1 over 16 square. When you change this to positive, it will invert the 16 to go up and you square. You get 256 as the value for the right hand side. To follow, don't forget to like, subscribe if you are new, and leave a comment. Bye bye.